At the end of the day, I'ma be with y'all if y'all gonna be with me.
Hey, Samore Love buds. What's up? What's going on? So, OMG, it feels like it's been forever since I've done a video here on this channel. And I appreciate all of you that have been subscribed, that may have recently subscribed. And we are on it. We're back on. Right now, we are doing Bad Girls Club. My time is a little more limited than it used to be because I have to edit so much for my main channel. So that's kind of the reason why I can't have as many videos on this channel as I normally do. But we definitely got Bad Girls Club back. I was debating on it, but I decided to just go ahead and do it because I know a lot of you guys really enjoyed my Bad Girls Club reviews. And we're also going to do Empire when it comes back. I was thinking about if Loving You Is Wrong, but I don't really want to do two shows the same day unless I kind of record it later on in the week. But I don't know. I'll decide that later on today after I watch the episode. So now, this is called Twisted Sisters. This is season 15. Can you believe? And I feel like I think there was only like one season that I missed out of all the Bad Girls Club. I don't remember which one it was, but it was only like one. I've watched 15 freaking seasons of Bad Girls Club. Well, 14 probably. I think I only missed one, if I remember correctly. I would have to look through them and see the people and see if I remember their faces. So y'all, yes, definitely if you haven't subscribed, then go ahead and do so. And check out my other channel because that's where we're going to have Love and Hip Hop Atlanta when it comes back on. So this introduction, it was weird, wasn't it? Like they had like this new tune that they got. It was just weird. And then it was like a ratchet production. The turn up, like the things, if you actually read the intro and you know how they have the captions and things like that, I think that's what it's called. It was hilarious. What else was going on? A lot of the things that I saw in the beginning of this episode, I feel like I saw in the episode that I saw last week where we were kind of getting acquainted with the girls. I feel like they kind of did that once again. So I guess people that didn't watch that particular episode, they were able to get acquainted with the girls in this one. But I'm happy that they also threw in some other scenes in there as well, like when they went to the club and things like that. So the first two that was up was Diamond and Olivia. And I'm really I kind of like them. I'm kind of rooting for them, but they was doing some questionable things that we're going to get into later. But Diamond, she got that swag. Like she's just like, she seems like really cool, you know, like just chill, laid back. And she's cute, you know what I'm saying? And then we also have Olivia, I really like her texture of her hair. I don't know if she, you know, got some something in her family or whatever. They did show a picture of her mom. Unfortunately, her mom did pass away. I think she said about 11 years ago when she was like 15. So I'm assuming that she's, you know, 26 or so now. And yeah, you know, it really still weighs really heavy on her heart. Like she talks about her mom constantly, and they have family pictures all around, and that's one of the things that she's constantly seeing is her mom's picture. So them two, or was it them two that met when they was 15 years old? I'm not really sure how their story came about. I was doing a lot, but yeah, the two of them, they met when they was teenagers. And it was just kind of like, guess what? You have a sister type of thing. So I believe they're half sisters. One is from New York and one is from Pennsylvania. And I think it was Olivia that said she really wants to connect more with her sister on a spiritual, mental, and emotional type of level. Because they're not as close as she feels like they should be. I'm like, okay, that sounds real good. Annalissa and Jessica were next. They call Annalissa Anna for short. And they're from New York, from Staten Island. They got that Staten Island kind of swag going on. They kind of sound like the mob wives. Most people that are Italian, they live in Staten Island. So that's exactly where they're from. And they got that typical accent. I don't know if I don't remember if they said they were Italian or not, but they definitely have an Italian Staten Island kind of accent. And they have like this special bond because they're twins, you know, they're twinning. And they seem a little bit consistent, a little bit of like, they just want to stay to themselves. They don't want to be around everybody else. And I think a lot of times I think that's how twins tends to be, because you grew up together. Well, I mean, they're all family here, but for them, they like really grew up together. Some of them, they kind of met each other when they was older. Some of them split apart. So they all have different issues, but these two were together from birth. So they're like super duper close, and they look just alike. I mean, I gotta look at them a little more, but to me, they look like identical. Of course, after you know twins for a while, you could tell which is which for the most part, but Kristina and Angelina, they were next. They said that, I believe they said they were best friends, but they don't seem like best friends. They almost, if you look at them close though, they actually look like they could have been twins. So their ages must not be that far apart. Angelina, to me, she I don't know, I guess the way she keeps herself, she's more the girly girl, the prissy one. So you could probably, most people probably say she's the prettier one, but to me, they both look a lot alike, although she's more the girly type. Kristina's more of the turn up, I'm ready to party, get white girl wasted type of girl. She seems like she's like the life of the party, do what she wants, and then maybe in the morning she'll deal with whatever the repercussions are of whatever happened the night before type of thing. And they're very competitive. They used to hit each other when they were kids. They split up because the mother went one way, and Kristina stayed with the father, and Angelina went with the mother. So that's, I think and even when they were talking, you could tell that Angelina has more of a bond with her mom. And Angelina, she wants to protect her sister so much that there was lots of scenes where she was like yelling at her sister or trying to boss her around. So I'm assuming that she's the older one. Amber and Asia, they look like the turn-up twins, but they're not twins at all, not even close. They're half-sisters. Asia is, she's the one that she grew up in a Haitian household. I thought she had said Asian when she was talking last week. So I guess it's good that they did these parts over. She grew up in a typical Haitian household, so she didn't really have a good relationship with her mother. And I know a lot of Haitian people that are my friends, you know, what's up, sakbase, my people. They tell me a lot of times that a lot of them don't have the best relationship just because the mothers can tend to be, you know, like cracking the whip and making sure that they're doing what they have to do, and it can be really extreme and intense at times. And you know, that's not with every Haitian household, but a lot that I have spoken with and some of my really close friends. And so I guess maybe she had a similar situation, but it's crazy how she turned out. It's like she's probably the opposite of everything that she was brought up and raised up to be like. Amber, I don't even know what she's doing here. She had an ROTC, which is the Army scholarship. Her mother is in the Army. I'm like, really? And she was an engineer. So she says that both of them have like two different lifestyles, two different ways of living. But it seems like regardless of whatever the situation was, Amber's mom is really close to Asia, which is great, you know, that they are able to have that type of relationship. And Asia says she didn't even know her father. Annalissa and Jessica, like I said, they really isolate themselves a lot, and it's most likely because of the whole twin thing, and they kind of seem like they think they're better than everyone. Like people were playing around and playing truth or dare and things like that, and they were just like kind of staying in the corner and judging and just like, oh my god, I can't believe they're doing that. They were like, you know, standing back like, what's going on and what's all with all this girl and girl action. Like they didn't want to do any of the dares or anything like that. They were just like over it. They'd rather take the shots and get pissy drunk as opposed to doing any of the dares and I guess looking bad on TV. So it's like, you know that things are about to go down in this house. Like it's going down for real. But you don't want to take part in anything. So what is the purpose of you even going? I just feel like they're a waste of space. And I did see in the coming attractions that there are going to be 2 other black girls. So I'm assuming that somebody had to leave. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was the 2 of them that ended up leaving first. So they had another scene where Kristina, she got super duper drunk when they went to the club. And that was the first time they went to the club. And Angelina was yelling at her. She took care of her. She's like, oh, look in the mirror. Look at yourself. Fix yourself. I'm like, ain't nobody thinking about that when you drunk. I know when I'm twisted, I'll probably look in the mirror and start laughing or something. They didn't know, oh, I'm straightening up. Maybe if the cops are around, I'm gonna try to straighten up real quick and act right. But other than that, no. I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'm not even in my right state of mind. Like, how are you yelling at somebody and they're not in their right state of mind? It's going in one ear and out the other at the end of the day. I just feel like Angelina is like a little too hard on her sister. Like, I don't know. It's like, are you sister? Like, you're supposed to be in this together. Like, you're supposed to be ride or dies. And I feel like she comes down the hardest on her. And they was in the limo at one point. She kind of fell over on her or something. And she was going off on her. And even Diamond was over there, like, laughing. Like, are you serious right now? This is hilarious. She was like, I'm sorry, but this is crazy. Yeah, it is crazy. You're looking stupid. Olivia, she talks constantly about her mom, like I said, and all the family photos, and it seems like she's suffering from depression. They went out to the club again, and this time around, Olivia, when she got twisted, like, wait, Olivia and Diamond, let's get to this first. They was on some booty shaking, getting it all up, down, and around. They look like they was doing it in the club. Like, and I'm not gonna pretend like I'm innocent, y'all, because I be doing it when I get to the club. But I wouldn't do that with my sister. Not like that. You know, that's like a whole nother level. Like, me and my girls, me and my cousin, me and whoever. Well, my sister just turned 21, so we ain't gonna include my sister. But me and my cousin, you know, we be like, you know, a little booty shaking, booty popping thing like that, you know, a little grind action, but nothing like that. They was up in the air doing arrow spins, and it was just a little uncomfortable to watch. I'm like, are y'all really sisters? I mean, if they wasn't sisters, maybe it would be acceptable if they was friends, you know, homies. But nah, that was like a whole nother level. Like, if that was brother and sister, we would have had to separate them and put them in a whole nother room. Like, it was just weird. Okay, so now we got that out the way. And y'all let me know what y'all thought about that particular scene down below. Like, was it normal? Maybe I'm bugging. Maybe. So then Olivia, while they're all coming home, she reveals, while she's crying, she talks about her mom, and she's crying, and she talks about the fact that the doctors found that she has cervical cancer. And I gotta say that this part just like brought me way up from my high, brought me way down. I mean, because that's something that no one ever wants to have. And that's something that's kind of like really near and dear to me, especially hearing that. So it just like really weighed in on me. And it was just like, wow, like, you know, even when I had heard this, because I heard this scene before in the commercial, and that was kind of another reason why I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I want to really talk about this particular Bad Girls Club, because I knew it was going to make me feel some type of way. Like, ever since I heard it on a commercial, it's been replaying in my head, and you know, it just kind of just was like really a downer to hear that she's so young and she's suffering from this. And this is probably why the whole thing with her mom weighs so heavy on her heart, and it's constantly playing around, because she knows that if she doesn't take, it's like almost damned if you do, damned if you don't, because she's seen what it did to her mom when her mom had breast cancer, and how she said it literally, the chemotherapy stripped it from her skin, like stripped her skin. And it's like she's seen that part, and then it's like, do you want to go through that and see if it happens, or do you just want to let it take over your body, because she's already at stage 3, so it's like there's only one more stage left. So it's a lot to think about, and you know, it's definitely, you can tell she's stressed. And hopefully, you know, when she speaks to Laura, the life coach, she can help her to get past these fears and things like that. But this is no joke. Like, that's really, really serious. And, you know, I really hope that everything turns out better for her. I hope that she gets to a better place, maybe even from being at this show. Like, even though it's so much craziness, chaos, and stress, I hope that she finds some good out of it. I think she came at a much better time now that they have someone that can help them. All right, so now Anna and, Amber, she gets pissed because she notices that once again, the twins, Anna and Jessica, they're like, one is sleeping, the other one is on the phone, and she's just like annoyed because she's like, this is a serious moment. Everybody's trying to share and bond, and Olivia's crying, and you guys are not even around. I can play both sides with this one. I can say, yes, these two, they're just introverts. They just want to be to themselves. They don't want they don't want to bond with anybody, but then it's like, why are you here? And then I can also say, you know, perhaps they felt some type of way. Like, not everybody can deal with sadness. It's like you sit there, and especially when you just met somebody, it's like, what do you say? There's no words that can really and truly comfort someone, especially when you don't know them. It might not come off as genuine as you would like it to be. So it's a really one of those situations where you have to tread lightly. And I think, you know, you can see that side as to maybe why the twins could have been the way they were. Or just they didn't want to be around anybody. And that was just it. And they're just to themselves. And yeah, that could be another reason too. So it could be either or. I'm hoping it's the first one. I mean, one of them, she had kind of said, you know, she just wanted her to calm down because of the whole way things were. So, I mean, that makes sense. You don't know what to say. And I've had situations where somebody has told me things, and it's like, what can you say to make this person feel better? Now, you've given me this load, and I don't know what to do with it. Now, I'm carrying part of your load as well. So that's why with me, sometimes I try not to share too much with everyone, just because I don't want to, and that's part of me being the way I am and just being stubborn. It's like, I don't want to share my sadness, my despair, or whatever with the world and put that weight on your shoulders. I'd rather carry it by myself. And, you know, that can definitely happen sometimes when you're having a conversation with somebody and they just throw something on you. It was like, all of a sudden, it was waterworks. And it was so unexpected. All right, so that was the explosive first episode, you guys. And this was only, like I said, episode 1. We don't even know how many they got. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you made it to the end. And I might just start doing shout outs. So definitely be sure to comment down below. Thanks for watching. Stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one. Later.